In the heart of Pennsylvania, where the air turns crisp and winter stretches on, the Amish community thrives in a way that feels almost enchanting. Picture this, a frigid January night. While many of us are struggling with electric heaters or bundling up in blankets that seem to have lost the battle against the chill, the Amish are cozied up in warm, inviting homes that seem untouched by the cold outside. Ever wonder how they create such a haven in the depths of winter? Grab your favorite mug of hot cocoa and settle in, because our journey into the world of Amish heating is not only going to keep you warm, but might just surprise you with its clever charm. When you think of farming, sprawling fields and buzzing tractors often come to mind. But in the Amish community, things take an unexpected twist. Their livestock aren't just cute companions or Instagram stars. They play a vital role in keeping homes toasty during those chilly months. That's right. These folks have harnessed the power of their animals in ways you might not expect. Instead of relying on fossil fuels or electricity, some Amish farms utilize animal waste for heating. Imagine this. You're sitting comfortably in a warm room, completely oblivious to the icy air outside and the source of that warmth, a manure pit. Now, I know what you're thinking. It doesn't sound appealing at first. But hold on. Manure is actually a fantastic source of methane, a gas that can be captured and turned into heating fuel. It's like the animals are giving back to their owners in the most surprising way, providing warmth. Sure, it might not be the most pleasant scent wafting through the house, but desperate times call for creative solutions. A little smell never hurt anyone, right? This innovative approach to heating highlights the Amish commitment to sustainability and self-sufficiency. With about 95% of the Amish community involved in farming, their connection to their animals goes far beyond just feeding and milking. It extends to finding every possible way to utilize their resources. A single cow can produce around 100 pounds of manure each day. Talk about fuel. You could say their livestock are the true MPVS when it comes to winter heating. It's not just about staying warm, it's about maximizing what you have. That's a lesson we could all learn, especially when those heating bills arrive like an uninvited guest. I remember a friend from my childhood who lived on a farm. We used to joke that if we ever ran out of firewood, we'd just gather some of nature's fuel instead. It sounds silly, but when temperatures drop and the snow piles up, those funny ideas quickly turn into practical solutions. You learn to appreciate the little things, especially when they help save a few bucks on heating. So while some might see a barn full of animals, the Amish see a treasure trove of resources. This close-knit relationship between the Amish and their livestock not only keeps their homes warm, but also deepens their bond with the land and the animals that sustain them. Trust me, there's nothing quite like the feeling of being in a snug home, warmed by the very creatures that graze just outside, all while sipping a cup of hot cocoa and reminiscing about those winter days on the farm. If there's one thing the Amish have truly mastered, it's the art of cozying up to the sun. Forget flashy solar panels and complex gadgets. The Amish rely on good old-fashioned design and a sprinkle of natural ingenuity. Their homes aren't just buildings. They're cleverly crafted shelters that harmonize beautifully with the environment. Take a look at those large south-facing windows. Sunlight pours in, warming the interior like a natural embrace. It's as if they've created their own sunroom, minus the hassle of modern technology. Who needs a sun-drenched vacation in Florida when you can soak up those rays right in your living room on a sunny winter day? You can turn your back on the cold and still feel the warmth washing over you. This passive solar heating isn't just a clever trick. It can slash heating costs significantly. While many of us are grimacing at our energy bills, the Amish are quietly chuckling, basking in the glow of their brilliant designs. Fun fact, studies show that homes designed for passive solar heating can save homeowners up to 50% on heating costs. Now, that's a figure even the most frugal accountants would appreciate. I remember visiting an Amish family one winter. The moment I stepped inside, I was enveloped by a wave of warmth and light. I couldn't help but feel a twinge of envy. While I was dreaming of a tropical getaway, they were enjoying a slice of paradise right in their own home. I jokingly suggested starting a seminar for my non-Amish friends on how to maximize sunlight. Imagine telling them the secret to winter warmth is a sunny window and a good book instead of wrestling with cranky heaters and skyrocketing electricity bills. The Amish have really nailed the balance of nature and design. Their homes are thoughtfully arranged to capture the sun's warmth as efficiently as possible. This natural approach results in a steady flow of warmth, almost like being wrapped in a cozy blanket of sunshine. With a little foresight in home design, they achieve substantial comfort. No frantic dashes to flip switches or hunt for blankets. When the sun is doing the heavy lifting, life becomes a lot easier. Now that we've soaked up some sun, let's talk about how the Amish keep that hard-earned warmth from escaping into the great outdoors. When it comes to insulation, they have a few tricks that would make even the most seasoned contractors nod in approval. Amish homes often feature traditional insulation methods, using materials like straw bales, wool, and even sawdust. Those humble straw bales, often dismissed as mere barn decorations, are actually stars in the heat retention game. It's like having a warm hug around your home, without the awkwardness of asking for one. I remember a chilly afternoon as a kid when my family visited some Amish friends who were busy insulating their home for winter. Eager to help, I joined in stacking those straw bales, feeling like a true craftsman, even though my only previous experience had been with Legos. I was amazed at how these simple materials could create such a fortress against the cold. It was a lesson in practicality, and I felt a sense of accomplishment as we transformed their home into a cozy haven. Wool is another fascinating option. The Amish sometimes use sheep's wool for insulation, and it's not just sustainable, it's incredibly effective. Wool naturally keeps heat in and cold out, making it an excellent choice for winter. Think of it like your grandmother's favorite sweater, only instead of wearing it, you're wrapping your entire house in it. You might think using these traditional materials feels outdated, but the Amish focus on sustainability and practicality. In fact, studies show that homes insulated with straw or wool can retain heat far better than those using modern synthetic options. Let's be honest, who wouldn't want to save some cash on heating bills while being kind to the planet? Insulating with straw is practically the ultimate form of recycling, getting double duty from those hay bales. Of course, insulation isn't just about the materials, it's also about technique. The Amish take great care to seal their homes and eliminate drafts, ensuring every nook and cranny is covered to keep those pesky chills at bay. I learned this lesson the hard way as a kid when I forgot to close a window during a winter storm. Trust me, experiencing firsthand how quickly a draft can turn a cozy home into an icebox is not fun. It's this meticulous attention to detail that allows the Amish to create such warm, inviting spaces during the frigid winters. They might not have the latest gadgets, but they know how to make the most of what they have. In a world where many look for quick fixes, the Amish remind us that sometimes the best solutions come from the simplest methods. As we delve into the world of hot water heating, it's a gentle reminder that what seems like a straightforward concept can warm both homes and hearts, literally. The Amish have their own unique approach to hot water heating, often using wood as the main fuel source. Picture a big pot of water simmering away, fueled by a cozy wood fire. It's not just for getting clean, it's a multifunctional miracle worker in an Amish home. In these homes, a hot water heating system isn't just a luxury, it's a lifeline during the icy months. Water is heated and then circulated through pipes that run throughout the house, providing warmth to every corner. It's like wrapping your home in a warm embrace, one room at a time. I remember visiting a neighbor's house one winter, the smell of fresh bread mingling with the cozy warmth radiating from their hot water system. It's hard to resist the charm of a place where both heat and bread come from the same source. Hot water is a versatile hero here. Much like a Swiss Army knife, it can do it all. Need to warm up a bowl of soup? Just grab a pot, pour in some hot water, and voila, instant culinary magic. You might even find the Amish whipping up a steaming cup of cocoa using water from their system, making it a true all-around player in the warmth game. They've truly mastered the art of heating both their homes and their stomachs. Interestingly, the Amish design their hot water systems to be incredibly efficient, ensuring they use the least amount of wood possible while still keeping things cozy. Statistics show that a well-insulated hot water system can be more efficient than traditional methods, saving both energy and money in the long run. Imagine telling your neighbor you've managed to keep your heating bill down just by using hot water. Now that's a conversation starter. There's something incredibly comforting about stepping into a warm room after braving the cold, and the Amish have perfected this inviting atmosphere. This method not only keeps them warm but also showcases their resourcefulness, turning natural resources into cozy comforts, much like transforming a humble log into a roaring fire. I fondly recall finding the best spots in the house near that hot water pipe, plotting my next move for a game of cards with friends, all while staying warm, of course. But their ingenuity doesn't stop there. The Amish find ways to make their hot water systems even more sustainable, utilizing leftover wood from their farming practices and recycling whatever they can to maintain their warmth and cozy lifestyle. It's a shining example of their self-sufficient approach to life, both practical and clever. When winter rolls in, bringing with it biting cold and the promise of frozen noses, the Amish turn to a beloved tradition that embodies their community spirit: community woodlots. This practice isn't just about staying warm. It's a beautiful testament to how they come together, proving that teamwork truly makes the dream work, especially when that dream involves cozy homes. Each family contributes to a shared resource, a woodlot where trees are carefully cultivated and harvested for firewood. It's a bit like a neighborhood barbecue, but instead of burgers and hot dogs, everyone brings wood for the fire. Just picture a group of Amish neighbors standing around, discussing the best types of wood to burn, and you'll get a sense of camaraderie that's truly heartwarming. The magic happens in these woodlots where the community works hand in hand to keep the supply flowing. I once heard a story from an old-timer about their annual wood chopping day, a cherished tradition that brought everyone together. It was more than just a chore, it was an event. Children would race around, playing hide-and-seek among the trees while the adults wielded their axes like seasoned pros. They chopped, stacked, and shared stories, laughing over memories of past winters and debating which wood burned best. There's something special about knowing that the heat from your home comes from a collective effort. It's the warmth of togetherness wrapping around you. The practicality of community woodlots can't be overstated. By managing these resources together, families ensure a sustainable approach to heating. When everyone pulls together, everyone benefits, and no single family bears the burden of hard work alone. Plus, it fosters incredible bonds among neighbors. I can't help but chuckle at the friendly competitions that emerge. Who can chop the most wood in a day or stack it the highest? It's a lighthearted rivalry that keeps spirits high even as the temperature drops. Let's not overlook the sheer volume of wood these families go through. On average, a single Amish household might use between 5 to 10 cords of wood in a winter. That's about 1,500 to 3,000 pounds of wood. So you can bet that community woodlots are a vital resource, ensuring everyone has enough fuel to keep their homes toasty warm. It's a system built on trust and cooperation, truly a testament to their values. You might even say it's a win-win situation. Families secure their heating needs while cultivating lasting relationships in the process. Who wouldn't want to trade stories with neighbors while splitting logs? This community spirit isn't just about the physical warmth of firewood. It's about the warmth of the ties that keep the Amish resilient through harsh winters. When the winter winds howl outside, Amish homes come alive with the crackling sounds of wood stoves. These sturdy metal beauties are more than just heat sources. They're the heart of the household where families gather to share stories and enjoy the warmth that wood brings. These stoves are designed for efficiency and typically require a hefty supply of firewood. An Amish family might burn through 5 to 10 cords of wood in a single winter. That's no small feat. Picture a pile of wood so large it could rival a small mountain. The ritual of firing up the stove is practically a rite of passage in Amish culture. There's a certain art to getting the fire just right, and families have their own secret techniques. Some even liken it to cooking a gourmet meal. I remember one chilly evening at a neighbor's house where the aroma of burning wood filled the air, creating a cozy atmosphere. The family shared how their kids took turns with stove duty, ensuring the fire was always roaring. It turned into a friendly competition, with each child trying to impress mom and dad by keeping the flames dancing high. But the wood stoves serve a dual purpose. Not only do they provide heat, but they also double as excellent cooking appliances. Many Amish families whip up hearty meals right on top of their stoves, transforming them into an all-in-one cooking and heating solution. Imagine a bubbling pot of soup or a warm apple pie baking while the snow drifts outside. Now that's the ultimate winter comfort. There's something about the rich flavor that comes from cooking with wood that you just can't replicate, and it gets even better. Each year, the Amish host wood chopping competitions that could rival any Olympic event. Friends and family gather to see who can chop the most wood in a set amount of time, laughter filling the air as everyone cheers each other on. The sound of axes hitting wood creates a beautiful symphony of camaraderie. You might even spot a competitive streak emerging as families showcase their skills. Who knew chopping wood could bring out such fierce rivalry? But let's not forget the practicality behind these wood stoves. They're designed to burn efficiently, maximizing heat output while minimizing smoke. A well-maintained wood stove can heat a house for hours, making it an ideal choice for those long, cold nights. Plus, by utilizing local resources, Amish families reduce their reliance on outside heating sources, keeping their homes warm and their bills low. That's a win-win in anyone's book. Reflecting on the heartwarming role of wood stoves in Amish homes, it's clear they're more than just heating appliances. They symbolize the strong connections that bind families together during the colder months. The laughter, stories, and warmth shared around the stove create memories that last a lifetime. When winter wraps its icy fingers around the Amish countryside, nothing brings a family together quite like the crackling glow of a traditional fireplace. These fireplaces aren't just functional. They're the soul of the home, serving as a warm gathering spot for everyone to share stories, laughter, and perhaps a few friendly debates about who makes the best hot cocoa. I recall a frosty evening when my friends and I huddled around a fireplace, each trying to roast marshmallows to perfection. The competition was fierce, with each of us convinced our method was the best, only to end up with charred goo on sticks. The rustic charm of these Amish fireplaces, often made from local stone or brick, adds a unique character that warms the atmosphere. As the flames dance and flicker, they illuminate the faces of family members, creating a cozy ambiance that modern heating systems simply can't replicate. There's a reason why fireplace time is sacred in Amish culture. It's where traditions are passed down through generations, with elders sharing tales of yesteryear that often end in hearty laughter or profound life lessons. Of course, with great warmth comes great responsibility, and lively debates often arise about who gets to poke the fire, a task that can lead to unexpected disagreements. I remember my friend's younger brother, who decided to adjust the logs and accidentally sparked a mini blaze, sending us all scrambling back in comedic fashion. That memory still brings smiles. Another noteworthy aspect of Amish fireplaces is how efficiently they heat the home. Many families have adapted their fireplaces with masonry heaters that trap heat and radiate it slowly throughout the house. This means they enjoy the immediate warmth of the flames, while benefiting from prolonged steady heat that keeps the chill at bay long after the fire has burned down. There's something deeply satisfying about knowing you can enjoy a cozy evening by the fire, while your home remains warm and welcoming for hours. Plus, these fireplaces serve as a reliable backup heat source during the harshest winters. When temperatures drop dangerously low, the thought of losing power can feel like a nightmare. But Amish families rest easy, knowing their trusty fireplace will keep them snug even in the most frigid conditions. It's a kind of peace of mind that modern conveniences often overlook. Speaking of fires, it's hard to ignore the unique scent they produce. The aromatic blend of burning wood fills the air with a sense of home. A good fireplace can make a house smell like a warm hug on a cold day. It's almost poetic how something as simple as a flame can evoke so much comfort and nostalgia. As winter settles over the Amish countryside, greenhouses become cozy sanctuaries for local farmers, transforming what could be a frosty experience into a tropical escape. Well, at least by comparison. These structures aren't just for growing tomatoes and cucumbers. They serve as clever little havens that trap heat and keep the winter blues at bay. Inside, temperatures can soar to an impressive 70 degrees Fahrenheit, even when the outside world shivers at a bone-chilling 30 degrees Fahrenheit. It's like stepping into a sun-soaked paradise while your neighbor is out scraping ice off their windshield. Imagine this. You're bundled up in layers that make you look like a marshmallow, and you step into one of these greenhouses. Instantly, it feels like you've walked into a warm hug. It's a delightful contrast that brings a smile even on the dreariest of days. The Amish have mastered this simple yet effective method, combining the age-old art of gardening with smart use of natural resources. By strategically placing their greenhouses in sunlit areas and using glass or clear plastic for maximum light absorption, they ensure that their plants thrive in warmth. Growing crops in a greenhouse isn't just about fresh veggies in winter. It's about creating a sustainable cycle of life. The warmth captured within these glass walls helps cultivate everything from leafy greens to vibrant flowers, even when Mother Nature outside is throwing snowballs. It's like hosting a summer barbecue in the middle of a snowstorm. Who wouldn't want that? You might be surprised to learn that Amish farmers often use these greenhouses not just for food, but also for raising plants that need a bit of extra TLC. This is especially useful for starting seedlings before the last frost has passed. It's a bit like sending your plants to a warm spa retreat before they tackle the outside world. And let's be real, everyone could use a little pampering now and then, even plants. Picture the scene. A group of children giggling and playing hide and seek among rows of lush green plants, their laughter mingling with the scent of fresh soil and growing greens. It's an idyllic image that sparks memories of childhood adventures in a garden. The greenhouse isn't just a structure, it's a community hub where families come together to learn, grow, and enjoy the fruits of their labor, both literally and metaphorically. And let's not forget the benefits for heating. With the sun's rays pouring in, these greenhouses serve as excellent heat sources for surrounding areas. Some Amish families have even been known to channel that warmth into their homes. It's a two-for-one deal. Fresh veggies and a cozy living space, all thanks to the power of the sun. The connection between these greenhouses and the overall Amish lifestyle is profound. They symbolize values like hard work, resourcefulness, and harmony with nature. While many rely on high-tech gadgets and electricity to regulate temperatures, the Amish embrace simplicity, making the most of what they have. They prove once again that ingenuity knows no bounds. When winter rolls in, it's not just about keeping the heat in, it's about ensuring it spreads evenly throughout the home. Enter the magic of natural drafts. That gentle breeze you feel when walking past a window isn't just an annoying chill. It's nature's way of helping you with your heating needs. The Amish have a knack for using the laws of physics to their advantage, and these natural drafts play a crucial role in keeping their homes warm and cozy. By carefully placing openings and vents, they create pathways for warm air to flow and circulate, ensuring that no room is left out in the cold. Think of it as a harmonious dance of air moving through the house, much like a waltz on a winter's night. It's all about balance. Warm air rises, and by strategically placing vents in upper areas of a room, heat is distributed more effectively. This method can even save energy. While your average heating system might guzzle electricity like a kid in a candy store, the Amish style of heating relies on good old-fashioned airflow, like having a free assistant ensuring that warmth doesn't just play favorites in one corner of the room. On particularly frigid days when temperatures drop low enough to freeze the ears off a brass monkey, it's crucial to keep things cozy. A little planning goes a long way. Imagine walking into a home that feels like a warm embrace after trudging through the snow. Those pesky drafts can be cleverly utilized to maintain warmth. If one room feels a bit chilly, simply adjusting a window or vent can redirect warm air. Who knew that a little airflow could be so important? It's almost like controlling the weather inside your own home. Of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes drafts can be a bit too enthusiastic, and you might find yourself in a room that feels more like a wind tunnel than a cozy nook. It's not uncommon for families to have a little fun with it, joking that the only thing that moves in their home during winter is the draft. Some might even say they can't tell if they're experiencing a wind chill or just the natural draft making its rounds. You might overhear an Amish grandparent chuckling about how it reminds them of the good old days when they had to ensure doors were properly closed to keep the drafts at bay. It's all in good spirits, keeping laughter alive even in the coldest seasons. When it comes to heating their homes, the Amish are masters of innovation, showcasing a remarkable ability to craft their own heating appliances. This isn't just about staying warm, it's about combining creativity and practicality in a way that would make any DIY enthusiast green with envy. Instead of rushing to the nearest store to grab the latest gadgets, they roll up their sleeves and get to work, fashioning unique heating solutions from the materials they have on hand. This hands-on approach not only provides warmth but also instills a deep sense of pride in their craftsmanship. Take, for instance, the wood-burning stoves they often build themselves. These aren't just ordinary stoves. They are a testament to their ingenuity and resourcefulness. They are works of art designed to maximize efficiency. Some families even gather for stove building parties, sharing tips, techniques, and maybe a few laughs over a cup of hot cider. It's like a neighborhood potluck, but instead of bringing a casserole, everyone contributes ideas and labor to create something truly functional. One Amish neighbor might specialize in crafting the stove body, while another excels at building the flue system, ensuring that all that lovely heat gets distributed just right. It's a community effort that fosters cooperation, and you can bet the conversations get lively, especially when someone accidentally mismeasures. Then there are the quirky homemade heating pads. Some families make their own from materials like rice or beans, which they can heat up and use as cozy wraps on cold evenings. A friend of mine once described using one during a winter storm, claiming it was like being hugged by a warm cloud. If you've ever wondered how a cloud would feel while wrapped in a thick blanket, let me tell you, it's the best way to stave off the chill. Plus, these homemade pads come with the added benefit of being completely customizable. Want a lavender scent? Toss some dried flowers in. Prefer a bit of extra weight? Add more beans. You could even make one for your furry friends. Just be sure they don't mistake it for a toy. The ingenuity doesn't stop there. Some Amish families have constructed simple yet effective rocket stoves. These little marvels of engineering use a small amount of fuel while producing an impressive amount of heat, making them perfect for those chilly mornings when you want to cook breakfast without heating the entire house. Here's a fun fact. A rocket stove can burn twigs and small branches, allowing families to gather fuel right from their backyards. Talk about eco-friendly. Of course, the real charm of these homemade heating solutions lies in the stories that come with them. An Amish grandmother might recount how she and her children spent a snowy Saturday constructing their first homemade heater, sharing laughter over missteps and triumphs alike. These experiences not only bond families but also pass down invaluable skills, creating a legacy of self-sufficiency. It's like turning winter survival into a family tradition, where each generation adds its own flair to the methods. When we think about the Amish and their impressive ability to keep warm without electricity, we can't ignore the deep-rooted cultural beliefs that shape their approach to heating. At the heart of the Amish lifestyle lies a commitment to sustainability and self-sufficiency, principles that permeate every aspect of their lives, including how they keep their homes cozy during frigid winter months. They are like the environmental ninjas of the heating world, quietly proving that you don't need a fancy heating system to stay warm. All you need is a little ingenuity and a lot of hard work. The Amish don't just see heating as a necessity, it's part of a larger philosophy. For them, being self-sufficient means relying on the land in their community rather than depending on outside resources. They view their heating methods as an extension of their values, which include stewardship of the earth and the importance of working together. That's why community woodlots and shared resources are so vital. When everyone contributes to the heating fuel, it fosters a sense of unity that goes beyond just keeping warm. It's about building connections and supporting one another through the harsh winter months. Imagine this: while many people are inside cranking up the thermostat, the Amish are outside chopping wood together. It's not just a chore, it's a community event. Friends and family gather, swapping stories and perhaps holding an impromptu contest to see who can chop the most wood in a day. There's a sense of pride in knowing that their hard work directly contributes to their warmth. And let's be honest, The satisfaction of seeing a woodpile grow higher and higher is a feeling that can't be beat. The Amish understand that relying on sustainable methods means spending less on utility bills, which allows them to allocate resources to other areas. Think about it. Every dollar saved on heating can go toward a new barn, a family gathering, or maybe even a fresh batch of homemade pies. And who wouldn't want more pie in their life? They approach winter with a certain humor that reflects their cultural beliefs. They embrace the cold rather than fight against it, understanding that winter is simply a part of life. There's an old saying among the Amish: there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. So while many of us complain about the biting cold, they're out there in their woolen socks, sturdy boots, and layers of handmade quilts. It's all part of their ability to adapt, survive, and thrive, even when temperatures dip below freezing. For many, a winter without modern conveniences feels like stepping back in time. But for the Amish, it's just the way they live. Their resourceful heating methods and commitment to sustainability and self-sufficiency aren't just about surviving the cold. They reflect a deeper understanding of their place in the world and their relationship with nature. It's a lifestyle that teaches us that sometimes the best way to stay warm is to embrace the cold with open arms and an open heart. So as we curl up in our heated homes, maybe we should take a page from the Amish playbook. Perhaps we could all use a little more sustainability in our heating solutions, a bit more community spirit, and a dash of humor to get us through those chilly nights. After all, who wouldn't want to experience that sense of warmth that comes from both inside and outside, from nature and from each other?